Welcome to the Everything Huskers podcast with your host, Brett Spangenberg.
Hello and welcome to the Everything Huskers podcast. Today we are joined by special guest, five-star quarterback Trae Taylor, in this episode 1 of the Everything Huskers podcast. You're one of the top uncommitted QBs in the country right now. How's the recruiting process been for you so far?
It's been great so far. Really staying busy, keeping up with these schools, and it picks up more and more as I get closer to my commitment date, which is June 6th. So, it's been busy for sure, but I have a good time with it. So.
Yeah, what are your biggest factors when you're considering making your decision?
First of all, do I get along with the coaching staff? Academics, do I have my major and minor, and do I think that I'm surrounding myself with good people, but also make sure the offense fits my playing style, and I'm gonna be able to throw the ball and have people to throw to.
Yeah. How's your relationship been with the Nebraska coaching staff, and what stands out to you about Nebraska's approach here in the recruiting?
Honestly, they've been consistent since day one, and I said my relationship with that coaching staff is really good.
That's obviously really important while you're getting recruited by a program to be really tight with the program and coaching staff. But what is one thing in the recruitment of any player that fans don't really understand?
If the school is not the right fit for you, then really, obviously, I feel like to be honest, one visit shouldn't decide how that recruiting process goes. I've been to plenty of schools, and sometimes that first visit isn't really what you are expecting or what you want. And other times it is. So honestly, the recruiting game goes up and down. Coaches leave, coaches stay. A lot happens. So really, anything could happen, and it's really just about what your relationships are with the coach, to be honest.
Yep. You've narrowed down your list to Nebraska, LSU, Illinois, Texas A&M, and Michigan. What made these 5 stand out to you?
All 5 of them really had what I said I was really looking for: academics, coaching staff, and the offense that fits me the best. And they all have genuine people at their schools.
Yeah. How important do the facilities play a big role in your decision of the school? Nebraska has great facilities, so.
Yeah, facilities play a role, but you can really get better anywhere. So,
Yeah.
they're not. I wouldn't say that they're the main factor, obviously.
Yeah. Beyond just the facilities, what stands out to you about Nebraska's player development?
Seeing Dylan play as a freshman, what was amazing and what he was able to do. And I got to sit in their meetings and listen to how coach coaches and see their practice recently. So I know how everything kind of runs there and what it looks like. And, it's kind of the only way that you can't get developed is if you really don't want to. So they really do a great job with, developing their quarterbacks.
Yeah. Nebraska has a strong focus on nutrition, recovery, and sports science. How much do those things factor into your decision?
Yeah, honestly, they do factor in, especially nutrition and recovery, in sports science, because it's all what helps you be able to be a better player and help you stay consistent with how you play. Um, Making sure that you're healthy, making sure your body's right. Um, Sports science, like making sure that you're getting what you need from lifting and agility and all that. So, um, I mean, it plays a factor, but like I said, like almost every school in the country has those, and um, as long as you do what you need to, you can get better there.
Yeah. You visited multiple schools during your recruitment. What made your Nebraska visits different from the others?
I've had multiple great talks with Coach Rule. That some of these schools I go to, and I barely get a 5-minute conversation with the head coach. Came to 2 games, Wisconsin and Rutgers, and you guys' environment's crazy. Games sold out every week. And yeah, I mean, Coach Thomas and the way he works with Dylan and Coach Dana, the way that the offense is going to look, you can see that the program definitely heading in a forward direction.
Hmm. How much have the coaching staffs at these schools recruited you like differently? How have they?
Uh, Everything kind of. I think that all these schools kind of realize that June 6th isn't that far away, so they've all stepped up their game a lot more. And right. I mean, Nebraska's been really consistent. A&M's been really consistent. LSU's been consistent. Really, Illinois has been really consistent. Michigan's been there. So, um, really, they know it's crunch time, so they're going to try and do everything they can.
Yeah, I mean, to follow up with that, how often does Nebraska really get a hold of you?
I probably talk to somebody from Nebraska every day.
Dang, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Which of these schools is making the strongest push for you right now?
Honestly, LSU, Nebraska. Honestly, all of my top 5, they're making a really strong push for me, just all in the different ways. So, um, some schools are doing their hardest push, and it may look different than in other schools.
I mean, right now, is there other schools that aren't in your top 5 like really pushing?
Honestly, like obviously Alabama and Georgia, they came a little later in my recruiting process though. So, I'm a big relationships person. So, they're really trying to build that relationship up right now.
Do you have any upcoming visits planned?
Yes, I am supposed to go to Auburn this weekend.
You
Just
go
to
to
take
Oh,
just to take a little visit, make sure I've seen almost every school.
yeah. Do you have any with Nebraska scheduled?
As of right now, no.
What? Oh, you already said June 6th on that. Are there any specific parts of your game that you're focused on refining before college?
Uh, I mean, obviously you want to get bigger, faster, stronger, but really just I have pretty good accuracy right now, but you can never be perfectly accurate with every ball. So a great ball beats good defense. So accuracy, obviously, and then it can't. Football is changing every day, every minute actually. So making sure that staying in the books and binders, and continue to see what's changing in football.
Yeah. What are some QBs like college and NFL that you look up to?
Yeah. Uh, NFL. I mean, I definitely look at Aaron Rodgers, C.J. Stroud, Jaden Daniels. Um, those are 3 I really watch right now. College, I'll say like last year I watched a lot of Cam Ward. I watched a lot. I really watched Cam Ward a lot. And honestly, like that was the quarterback that I studied the most, just because his movement is a lot like mine. Yeah.
How do you handle the pressure of being a very highly rated quarterback?
I mean, it's not really pressure because, you know, people have been surrounding me and, wanting to do interviews and wanting to see my best. And every game is a championship for me since I was like young. So I don't really get a pressure feeling. It's more of a, everybody's just kind of here to watch.
Yeah, I mean, as a quarterback, does it ever go across your mind that you can go to like a great school and just be that guy there, or go to like a small, not like one of the higher powerhouses right now in Nebraska and be a legend there?
Um, I think that it's kind of. I mean, well, the way that you kind of said it, like if I feel like if I'm a guy at a school, if I'm that guy at that school, then you know you go down as a legend. But I mean, I wouldn't say Nebraska is a small school.
Yeah.
They they definitely beat some big time teams last year and won a bowl game. So they're back on track of where they want to be.
Yeah, they're just climbing the path to be a great school right now. I mean, who's your favorite NFL team? I think Husker Baseball X
The Cowboys.
Cowboys. Do you play any other sports?
Used to play basketball, but stopped going into my freshman year so I could focus on football.
Mhm. What made you come on to the podcast?
You reached out, so I figured, you know, I'd come on and chat it up.
Have you ever played any other positions in football?
Yeah, I mean, I played some defense. I've played safety, played end, played linebacker, played receiver, played running back. I mean, even when I was really young, played line when we were up by a lot. So, kind of played a little bit of everything.
Yeah, just go through what's your relationship with Dylan Raiola like? Like, do you have any conversations with Dylan?
Um, I mean, yeah, I do actually. I have some conversations with him here and there. I just got his number, so um, you know, since I got back, we've talked a couple times. But while I was on my visit there,
Yeah,
we were basically with him the whole weekend.
yeah, Dylan's a really good guy, so he's really close with those quarterbacks in the quarterback room here in Nebraska. Hudson asks, what do you most like about Nebraska?
I mean, it's really just got a bunch of genuine people, and there's always a coach there that's always going to tell you the truth, which is what you want to hear. So, um, I mean, and they have the coaching staff that is from the NFL that can prepare you for what your goal is.
hmm If you commit to Nebraska, or would you look forward to working with Dylan a lot?
Uh, I mean, I don't know how much I would work with Dylan since he'd probably be going to the NFL. But I mean, obviously, as much as I could. Yeah, I mean, he knows it, in and out. Played as a freshman, and you don't do that unless you really understand what you're doing.
Yeah, uh, Coach Thomas and Dana really like to work with the quarterbacks, and I really like their offensive game that they have so far in Dana's first couple of games and first year as quarterbacks coach at Nebraska. Thomas was. If you had to pick NFL quarterbacks to have their describe your play style, what quarterback would you pick?
Uh, a single quarterback. I don't know. That's kind of hard because, like, I feel like pocket presence. Like I said, the people I study the most, so it'd be Aaron Rodgers, Jaden Daniels, C.J. Stroud. Those would be the three most relatable quarterbacks to me, I'd say. Yeah.
Are you learning? Are you leaning anywhere between your top five schools at all?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I am. You know, my I have my favorites. I have teams that are really close to each other. So, um, yeah, I mean, I do.
Yeah. Have you ever tried Runza? Big restaurant here in Nebraska.
Runza, nah. Well, when I was at Nebraska, we went to uh, Aragon, I think it was called, and I forget. It was like Lead Bellies, I think.
What's like your favorite part of the Nebraska facilities at Nebraska?
Um, probably their weight room. It's pretty amazing. Their weight room or their stadium.
Yeah, they have a really big weight room. Do you like what's how long do you watch film like after a game? Like what's your like what how long is your average time of watching?
Uh, I could after a game probably watch it. We play Friday nights. Probably watch it Saturday evening and then Sunday.
Um like what was your first offer and how young were you?
Maryland. I was in 7th grade.
Dang, that's crazy. Talk us through how your first visit was at Nebraska.
It was really good. Really, really good. I went to the Nebraska Rutgers game, so you know, first time getting on campus was a game day experience, so that was really, really cool.
What's like your favorite thing about game day experience here in Nebraska?
Stadium's always full.
Yeah. Did you get to experience a light show at Nebraska?
I did not. I might have. I might have at the end of the Wisconsin game because it was dark out then.
Oh yeah, after were you one of the people that went in the locker room after that game?
Yeah.
Did you go? It's pretty cool. What's your favorite field you've ever played on?
I played in the Hall of Fame Stadium. I've played in Dallas Stadium, so probably those two.
If you had to choose a wide receiver in your class to follow you to your school that you go to and team up, who would you choose?
Jameer Brown.
Jameer Brown?
Yep.
Do you know Jack Stegene at all? He's from Iowa.
Yep. Cooper DeJean's little brother.
Yeah. He's pretty highly rated right now. Um, I guess do you have any like good other like who's the players that you talk to right now at Nebraska, or do you talk to any players?
It's mostly Dylan.
Mostly Dylan. Is there a coach that you really talk to like other than Matt Rule?
Coach Thomas, Coach Williams, Coach EJ, Coach Dana. So, yeah.
Yeah, we got a strong coaching staff here at Nebraska going into the 20 really really exploding. So I have to wait. I mean, what would you think of like playing in Arrowhead Stadium like Nebraska is going to do this season? Playing in stadiums like that for a neutral site.
What do I think?
You got like 5 minutes.
Like,
You gotta go.
I think that playing at a neutral site. I honestly, I mean, it would be pretty cool. I think that it'd be a good experience.
yeah. Hopefully, it's a good rest of your recruitment, and you just go down and you choose your school peacefully, and you can just really think about your decision and choose the best fit for you. Wish you the best of luck. Go Big Red. Thanks for coming on here, and we'll see you in the next one, fans.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for watching the Everything. Welcome to the Everything Huskers